Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
The biggest difference between breaking up in your 20s and breaking up in your 30s is that in your 20s, you're likely breaking up because something is wrong. For example, there's either cheating, the relationship is toxic. Breaking up in your 30s, however, it's like, you've learned those lessons from your 20s. So you're like, okay, I know not to date these type of guys anymore or girls or whatever. And at this point, you're basically fine tuning. You're likely even in a happy, healthy, stable relationship. But then you realize you're like, oh my God, but we want different things in life. Or you want kids and I don't want kids. Or we're just so incompatible in these areas. Or do our core values actually align? It's literally learning the difference between a good guy / good girl and a good fit. Just because they're a good person doesn't mean they're a good fit for you. And arguably, I feel like that is so much harder because it's there's not even arguably anything that's that wrong per se, but you're just is this something that you can see yourself doing for the rest of your life?
Me, yes. I'm guessing you wouldn't. But me, sure, absolutely. If I was in a happy long-term relationship, yes, I'm pretty sure I would want that for the rest of my life. Of course, I doubt you even know what a happy long-term relationship is, because you only end up in one by making sure the two of you are a good fit. Makes sense, doesn't it? Before you even end up in a happy long-term relationship, the two of you already know if you want the same things or not, because that's what you would find out by talking to each other.
Quick question for you, man. What would you say is the worst thing about modern dating right now?
I would say that men have become very feminine.
In what ways?
Like, men want flowers. They want to be taken care of. They don't want to put effort anymore into relationships. And they want to be 50-50.
So, you're not for 50-50. You like a man who's going to take care of you.
Yeah, if I'm going to be cooking, if I'm going to be cleaning, birthing your child, I feel like the least you could do is take care of the house.
But do you think it's fair to meet a man and then just expect him to spend all his hard-earned money on you just from the get-go?
Yeah, I feel like that's a way to win a girl over, especially if you're wanting marriage. Because I date for marriage. I'm not dating just we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
So was it your ex who was trying to go 50-50, or is that a new guy?
No, just some people that I've gone on dates on Hinge.
So what's going through your mind when you look at a guy's profile and he says, I want to be 50-50?
If that is on his profile, I just don't even match. That's simple.
Well, fair enough, I can respect that, but what you really need to do is get off social media. Especially if you're on TikTok, you need to delete that account. Men want flowers and they want to be taken care of. Who told you that? Why don't you go outside and meet a man in real life instead of listening to whatever crap your sisterhood is pushing on you?
Do you think dating is harder for men or women?
I think it's harder for women because men be ugly nowadays. Straight up. It's hard to find a guy that is actually attractive and treats you well. Yeah, you'll find the hottest guy on the street, but he's gonna play your ass. And so you gotta find that man that you find attractive and he's not a bob. So the guy that
No, no. I don't even think you know what comes out your mouth. Men be ugly, except the ones that you find in the streets that play your ass. So, some men be ugly, at least men be literate. Men be learned something in school instead of be taking gender studies.
Your last breakup, was it your fault or theirs?
100% my fault. It was the first time I dated someone after I called off my wedding, and I was just really excited to just date casually, and I just really fell for him. So for months I was I don't want to date you, you're not my boyfriend, and I was pretty not nice to him, and then I was okay, we can date, and I was just really in love with him, but I really didn't want to be in love. So I was really lashing out and acting like a little kid, and I would cheat on him all the time and tell him, and then he would stay with me, and then I lost respect for him, and I was just a mess. He was really nice to me all the time, even when I was horrible.
How does that make you feel?
It's one of my only regrets in life was how I treated him. Yeah, it makes me really sad because he was a really good guy.
Yeah, she regrets stuff in front of a camera and has no regrets behind the camera. I was horrible to him and I cheated on him multiple times because I loved him too much. Come on now, really? But I promise now I'm a good person because I changed that much and I am a completely different person. Yeah, I don't think people change that much.
I will die on the hill of being a cougar. Like I don't think older men are for me if I'm gonna be completely honest. And they just keep getting younger and younger and like not like in a like weird way, but like my first off it was like 1 year younger and now I'm heading to like the 2 year younger. Leonardo DiCaprio, who? Like, I'm here. That's me now. I am a cougar. I'm a certified cougar and I'm proud.
Well, alright. Shout out to you for giving it for free to a bunch of young men. I absolutely appreciate you for doing it and I'm not even kidding. So many young men need that post-nut clarity and since you're there providing that service, like I've said, I appreciate you. Not as much as they do, of course, but still. In fact, I would put one of you at every corner like phone booths or something.
I'm gonna try and get through this without crying, but this series of comments just made me tear up. You cannot convince me that the women who have the highest standards for dating have not been through hell and back and survived. And this comment is speaking to exactly that and exactly how I have ended up where I'm at today. And I was just thinking about this the other day because it made me very sad when I had this exact same revelation. You know, I used to meet these guys and I would get so excited at the possibility of something new every time, right? Like, especially going back to the list I was just talking about, especially if he had all the qualifications on the list, I would meet them and I would just be so excited. When you meet somebody who is attractive, who is coming correct initially, right? Who meets all of your qualification, it ignites something in you and you turn into like a little girl. Like back in 7th grade when you had your first crush, right? Like you're all giggly and giddy. Okay, well, when that happens enough times and you experience disappointment enough times, well, that little light and that giddy feeling starts to dissipate over time.
Yes, it does, and this is actually heartbreaking. Not for me because I really don't care, but it looks like you've been crying, so heartbreaking indeed. Maybe what you need to do is stop looking for that giddy stuff and look for what a long-term relationship will bring instead. You already said they were attractive, so that's one box checked on your list, so maybe the rest of the criteria should be protect, provide, and treat you right. But instead, you're looking for the giddy just like a junkie is looking for a quick fix all the time. You choose to call that having high standards, and like I've said, I really don't care, and you still look like you've been crying.
So I saw a very interesting quote today, or piece of advice, I guess. And it was, if they couldn't speak, would their actions make you feel loved?
Me, yes. You, probably not. Feed me, F me, shut the F up. Again, me, yes. You, probably not.
I hate to break it to you boys, but if she sleeps with you on the first date, that is not a good sign. She does not want something long-term with you.
Oh no. I was so looking forward for the morning to come so I can get down on one knee and propose. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Just leave, stop care about her and maybe even forget her name 5 minutes later? Oh no.
Okay. What's more important, love or money?
Love!
Okay, so when it comes to going on dates then, if money's not important, who's going to be paying for the first date?
First date?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it should be whoever asks that person on the date.
For the love of God, just say men. Some of us will have no problem paying for the date, but we will decide where we're gonna take you on a date, and some of us will have a problem paying, and then it's up to you to choose if you're gonna go on that date or not. But for the love of God, just stop with this. Whoever asks, you know you're never gonna ask a man on a date. Stop it. Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.